Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lethu. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please do press that red subscribe button down below to join the fam. So let's get into today's video. So if you haven't already seen this video, I would recommend that you see that first, because today's video is sort of like a continuation of that video. In my unemployed graduate video, I gave you guys tips on how to keep going as an unemployed graduate, and one of the tips that I mentioned was take a short course. And that's exactly what I did towards the latter part of 2019. So I took a CELTA course. A lot of you guys may have heard of the TOEFL course. Now the two are basically similar in the sense that they are both designed to equip you with the skills and knowledge that you need in order to become an English second language teacher. The difference is that the TOEFL is more theory based because it's an online course, while the CELTA is more practical because you have to physically attend classes every day for about a month. So I ended up taking both, but when I was taking the CELTA course, 3 weeks into the course, I then decided to start applying for jobs abroad. And honestly guys, that was the highlight of my year because I was overwhelmed with interviews. There are so many opportunities abroad, and this is a part that I would advise you to really look into if you're still unemployed. So I was overwhelmed with interviews to the point where I had to reject some companies. That's how many interviews I had, and I also got multiple job offers as well. So I accepted a job with a Chinese company, and I was placed in one of China's tier 1 cities, Shenzhen. So the prospect was incredibly exciting because it's just such a beautiful city. The process unfortunately was quite a lengthy one. It took me 6 months to collect my documents and do everything that I had to do. That's including legalization of documents, getting your police clearance, all of those kind of things. So I got my documents ready, and in January, once everything was done, I was told by the company to go start with my visa application process, either in Cape Town or in Johannesburg. Now I don't know why these are the only two cities where I could get my visa done, because I think there is a Chinese embassy in Durban, but my parents had been wanting to take me to Cape Town just to de-stress and take my mind off things, so this was the perfect opportunity for me to go, which is why I was in Cape Town. If you haven't already seen my Cape Town vlogs, I will link them down below in the description box, and I will leave the cards up here so that you guys can check them out. So I went to Cape Town and I started with my visa application process. Good morning guys. So today's Monday. I just finished getting ready. I have to go to the China Visa Application Center. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, China Visa Application Center, to start with my application. I have my documents here with me. And about a week and a few days later, I then went to collect my visa, and I was so excited. But on that same day, news broke of the coronavirus, and I was honestly devastated. The company then reached out to me and told me that my start date would have to be postponed. Bear in mind that I was supposed to leave in a week's time, so everything was done. The company had already booked my flight tickets. All I had to do was pack my bags and collect my banknotes and leave. So I was incredibly disappointed when I found out about the coronavirus and the fact that I couldn't leave anymore. And I was really upset with God. I really felt like he had forsaken me, because not only did I struggle to get a job in my field, the geology field, now I couldn't do this job. Now I couldn't leave for this job. So I just really didn't understand what was going on. Weeks and weeks went by and there was just no improvement. So the whole process was just really upsetting because it's taken me back to square one. I've had to start looking at jobs all over again. I had to start applying for geology jobs. I've thought about going back to school for masters, or even just starting a whole new degree. So it's been incredibly difficult, and I have been questioning a lot of things, including my own existence, because it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense why this was happening a week before I had to leave. But I really would like to thank the people in my life who pushed me to release that unemployed graduate video, because in as much as the aim behind creating that video was to uplift you, funny enough, it also ended up uplifting me because of the response that I received from you guys. A few of you reached out to me and just opened up to me, telling me about your stories and how grateful you were for that video. And I honestly just suddenly felt a sense of alignment. It was at that moment that I truly realized that there is purpose behind our struggles. There's a quote that goes, "Sometimes God uses our deepest pain as a launching pad to our greatest calling." And that truly resonated with me, because all I've ever wanted was to help people, and I felt like that video was and still is doing exactly that. So it just really changed my mindset and my outlook on life, and it really has put me in a better space. So I just really like to encourage you guys as well. Perhaps you're a student who is struggling to complete that degree and you don't understand why, because you're a hardworking student, or you just started a business and in spite of all your time, money and effort, it's just not taking off. Whatever the case may be, I just want to let you know today that you're not alone. We may not be faced with the same or similar kind of life problems, but we're all dealing with something, and we're just trying to work through it and overcome it. I know that it's difficult in the moment to understand why things happen the way that they do, but generally looking back, there's always a lesson that you were meant to learn, or a certain amount of growth that you were supposed to experience in order to prepare you for the bigger and better things that God has in store for you. I mean, if we look at some of the most successful and inspiring people out there, they never had it easy. They all had seasons in their lives where they felt lost, forsaken, and just wanted to give up, but they didn't. So it's important to understand that whatever you're going through right now is just a season, and that too shall pass. So try not to bury your head in your problems, because you're never going to see the vision that God has for your life. I truly do believe that God has plans to prosper us. It's just up to us to be patient with Him and allow things to unfold in His way. But in that same breath, I also want to encourage you to do everything in your power to fight for the future that you want, because no one is going to present it to you on a silver platter. Proverbs 10 verse 4 to 5 says, "Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. He who gathers crops in summer is a wise son, but he who sleeps during harvest is a disgraceful son." So put yourself in the best position to receive God's blessings. Don't sit around waiting for someone to come rescue you and give you the life that you want, because you're going to be waiting for the rest of your life. I hope that you guys can keep in mind that nothing happens in vain, and that God is always looking at the bigger picture, but ultimately He will prosper you. So that brings me to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and gained something from it. If you did, and if you're enjoying my content, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also share this video with your friends and family members who may need it. I'm pretty sure that there's at least one person you know who needs to hear this message, so please make sure to share this video with them, and remember to never give up on the life you know you deserve. I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye.